welcome to another episode of Ginger Force Apocalypse, the podcast. I'm Britt Rochelle.
I'm Muffin.
And it's another week in gaming. My little puppy dog is sleeping right soundly next to me. He's being really cute and tuckered out, so I'm not going to bother him. But I want you to know he's here with us. The studio puppy is just studio puppying. I don't know what you mean by release my glasses, unless you mean like take them off, which I can't.
That's what I was thinking too, but
I mean, I can take them off. I can't see jack diddly without them. That's why I have contact lenses, but you know, contact lenses and glasses together cancel each other out. So yeah, there it is. And it's time to talk about some gaming news. There's some nifty stuff going on this week, some funny, some a little tragic. But before we get into that, I want to know what Muffin Sincere has been playing this week.
AI Limit, the anime Elden Ring.
And it's good to see you beat it. Yay.
Mm-hmm. Other than that, not much, just because I don't really have much time to play.
Makes sense. You're a busy man. You got a family. You got work.
Yeah, very demanding.
Mm-hmm.
My life is just hectic.
It'd be like that sometimes when you got a youngin'.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you take some time out of your week to do GFAP with little old me.
I know, it's just so exhausting to do this every week.
So exhausting.
I'm done eating spicy. I need to get my Oreos.
Eat Doritos and Oreos, the killer combination.
Dude.
I got morning noodles.
I also have charged lemonade in the corner.
Yo.
I stocked up.
You see? I still haven't gotten my cookie dough Oreos.
I also need to clean this room.
I think next time I go to the grocery store, which actually will probably be today, I'll go get some. But I have my noodles. I'll admit, my diet has not been the most healthy, but I made some pretty delicious chicken the other day. I battered it with egg and flour, cooked it the crap out of it with butter. Then I tried
battered it with egg and flour. So you made crispy chicken.
Yeah. But it was extra delicious because I seasoned the chicken and the flour. Because I'm fancy.
Did you at least soak the chicken in pickle brine?
I did not.
You need to do that.
All right, I'll remember to do that next time.
It makes it super tender.
Ooh, I'm into that. And
I bet you are.
Yeah, so what did I do? Let's see. We played Destiny on Thursday. Friday. Actually, the Rocksmith Plus lessons, as I'm going to call them, are actually paying off quite well. I can almost play. It's percentage-wise, it's still a B, but I can almost play New Divide by Linkin Park and Sabaton's The Last Stand, which I love. Oh, and Supermassive Black Hole by Muse. So getting there. I'm most excited to be able to play Sabaton though, because it's power metal and it's just kick ass to play, and I love that song. See, Friday night was Fortnite. The Valentine's event is going on, so if y'all play Fortnite, don't forget to do your daily login and get a free level up, because that's pretty cool. I found out one of the new emotes, they put out a second wave of K-pop Demon Hunters stuff for Valentine's, and one of the emotes is from a scene in the movie when they're like going gaga over the Saja boys. And popcorn starts comically flying out of their eyes and going like, ah! And that's basically the emote. But when you do that while you're wearing the alien skin, so in a regular human skin, the jaw just kind of drops as the popcorn flies out. But it's kind of hilarious because with the alien skin, both the alien's jaw drops and the little mouth comes out and its jaw drops. So it's kind of... Doing, like, the cunty or, like, cutesy emotes with the alien skin is kind of my favorite thing. Like, there's one, that I like to do with it. They call it, like, red carpet, but it's just, like, a runway strut and a cute little twirl on one foot, and it's so freaking funny with the more, manly or hardcore skins. Saturday morning, I played Chain of Memories, which I think I'll actually be able to beat it. Not next week. I am canceling Kingdom Hearts tomorrow, only because it's Valentine's. Well, no, it's not tomorrow. It'll be Saturday. Saturday, I'm replacing my Kingdom Hearts stream with a dating sim stream because it's Valentine's Day. So I will be playing Date Everything. I'm very excited for that silly, silly game. Let's see, that was Friday night. Saturday morning, I played more Chain of Memories. And I'm actually getting a handle on the card system, which is great. I didn't realize I had to fight Riku twice, and he's kind of a pain in the ass, but I beat him. I think next week, next week, I'll be going into Hollow Bastion and hopefully beating the game. I did skip my Sims stream on Saturday to do some filming. And Sunday, I didn't stream anything. So, the last game I played this week, let's see, last night was Wednesday. Was it? No, yeah, today's Thursday. Yeah, yesterday was WoW, so World of Warcraft stuff. Beat a sand shark. That was pretty cool. And Tuesday, I started a new survival horror game. Have you heard of My Friendly Neighborhood? It's basically a survival horror, and the concept is, what if the puppets in Sesame Street tried to murder you? So you play as a handyman who's supposed to take down this antenna because the broadcast of the puppet show it's just taking over all the networks. It's overlaying the news and everything. And so you're supposed to, get to the antenna and take it down. And this little sock puppet comes out of nowhere, like the freaking, it's like a little presentation. Remember in Shrek when they do, "Welcome to Duloc, it's a perfect town." It's basically like that, except it's a sock puppet. And I'm a little scared. I hope they don't actually ever reveal what's under the sock, because I don't think I want to know. And I don't think it's a hand, because the sock puppet, it kind of works like a little snake, and it just comes out of like sewers and random places throughout the studio as you go around. My favorite part, I guess survival horror is not my favorite genre, at least after what like Five Nights at Freddy's did to it. But I am a sucker for puppets. I love Jim Henson. And it's very obviously based off of like Sesame Street and the Jim Henson Company, because it's called My Friendly Neighborhood on like Silly Street or something like that. Like it's basically evil, or off kilter Sesame Street. But when you enter like the side studio building, there's posters of two other projects that the studio has done. And I think they call it like the Mystic Maze, and the other one's the Shadow Shard, which are just, homages to Labyrinth and the Dark Crystal. There's also like Puppet Pirate Movie, which is supposed to be, the play on Muppet Treasure Island. It's clearly made with love, and the puzzles are genuinely fun, so I'm warming up to it, and I'm getting invested in it. It is special also in that it doesn't autosave. I know we're talking about saving stuff a lot last week, and it doesn't autosave, and that kind of threw me for a loop, because the first time I died, I'm like, oh, well, I died. Whatever, I guess I'll just start from where I picked up. And that is not the case. Hey, Matt, doing great. So you have to find a save station in the area. And not only that, but it costs coins that you have to find around the world. So if you don't have any coins, you're kind of SOL and can't save your game. So that's an interesting incentive to actually like explore and inspect little hiding spots. And I like it. I'm excited to play more of it. No, I do have the flu again, Matt. Also, you should be able to hear Muffin because I fixed the restream thing. So that won't be a problem in future streams, God willing.
Hopefully.
And I'm sorry you had the flu again. Oh yeah, coworkers will do that to you. And if you stick around, Matt, when Oakley wakes up, I'll show him off. But he is sleeping quite soundly next to me, so Yay, I fixed it! It makes me a little inordinately happy when I can fix my own issues. It really does. Anyways, so that's our gaming this week. Let's see what is happening in news of gaming this week. Now, it is Valentine's this week, so I wanted to start with this puppy love Disney Dreamlight Valley situation that's going on. I haven't played Dreamlight Valley in like a month or two. I might hop on a little bit to do whatever this event is, but like I mostly do, I generally go into these blind, so I want to see what this puppy love event is out and what I might be missing out on. There's a big February update coming. And patch notes are out. Which means it's out now because it's scheduled for February 11th, so it should be out now. Developer Gamestop had previously confirmed that the patch would center around Lady and the Tramp. The K9 companions are the next step in the Disney Dreamlight Valley's tradition of adding beloved Disney characters. Fans of Gamestop and Disney's hit life simulation title have been seeing some pretty exciting content recently. Earlier in November 2025, Disney Dreamlight Valley released its Wish Blossom Ranch DLC, the game's third expansion since A Rift in Time and Storybook Vale. The pack was praised more than its predecessors for the introduction of new mechanics like horse riding. Later in December, players were able to meet Cinderella in-game through the Winter Ball update. Now, Disney Dreamlight Valley is getting ready to launch its first major patch of 2026 with new characters, returning events, and a new Valentine's Day themed event. The official patch notes for Disney Dreamlight Valley's Puppy Love update confirm the arrival of Lady and the Tramp realm, an area that recreates the movie's alleyways. I love Lady and the Tramp. The movie holds up. I watched it actually as recently as a few months ago, and it's so cute. It's just so cute. Fans will also be able to recreate the dog's iconic spaghetti kiss scene. To add Lady and the Tramp to their valley, players will have to complete quests like helping the characters escape from dog catchers and surviving a spaghetti storm. Adding Lady and the Tramp will also give players their free Edwardian-inspired furniture piece and unlock new Disney Dreamlight Valley friendship quests. It is worth noting that all players can access the update as long as they have unlocked the Dream Castle and the base game Royal Tools. Additionally, players may want to log into the game on February 11th, 18th, and 23rd. On these days, limited events will modify the valleys in mysterious ways. So if you missed yesterday, the 11th, then same boat. But the 18th and the 23rd is still open. So if y'all play Disney Dreamlight Valley, there you go. Some special events are also coming to the game with the new Valentine's event from February 11th to the 25th. This means that fans enjoy the romantic event as soon as Disney Dreamlight Valley's Puppy Love update launches. Players can participate in Valley Valentines to meet Disney's most famous couples in-game and collect limited rewards. Meanwhile, the game will bring back its Lucky You event from March 11th to the 17th with new rewards. The popular Eggstravaganza event will also return from April 1st to the 21st. Gameloft noted some quality of life upgrades as well, including the ability to select and rearrange valley decorations in groups instead of one by one. God. Finally, a new star path named Perfect Romance will be available. Players can purchase the pass to obtain Tony's Restaurant from Lady and the Tramp and new Valentine's Day themed outfits for Mickey and Minnie. I still haven't gotten Minnie back in my valley, so Mickey's a little bit all alone. While the Lady and the Tramp are some of Disney's most famous animated protagonists, even bigger character additions are on their way to the game. Earlier in December, Disney Dreamlight Valley shared its 2026 roadmap and confirmed the arrival of new Pocahontas content for spring. Moreover, Hercules is expected to make his long-awaited debut. Hercules' antagonist Hades has been available for quite a while, so many players have wondered when the Greek hero would be released. Hopefully for fans, it won't be long before Hercules and Friends will be announced. More than Hercules, I want Philatides in my valley. I want someone just keep things in line.
I'd rather have Hades, to be honest.
Well, Hades is already available, so if you ever did lower yourself to play this game, then Hades is already available.
Nah. I wouldn't do that.
I know. It's like you won't lower yourself to play Fortnite with me.
I would rather shoot my foot off.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, since its full launch in 2023, Disney Dreamlight Valley has become one of Gameloft's Loft's most popular life simulation games. The game recently announced its plans to land on Nintendo Switch 2 on March 25th, 2026, so more players will be gaining more access to the title. There's still plenty of franchises that Disney Dreamlight Valley can explore from Disney and Pixar. Characters from popular sagas like Cars and The Incredibles are still missing from the game. I don't know how well Cars would fit into the Valley situation because there's a lot of little critters and pets that, like little pet companions you can get that could easily be run over. But if they'd probably have to add a whole other Cars land for that to make sense, but I digress. However, the developers often conduct player surveys to see what they would like to see next, so the opportunity for their addition is still open. There are no base game requirements to kick off the events of Puppy Love, except for having the Dream Castle and base game Royal Told unlocked. So basically, you would have had to play the game for more than 5 minutes, so it's not that complicated. Okay, so we met the strange happenings once Lady and the Tramp have joined your valley. There's a very noodly mystery afoot. As of February 11th, beware of spaghetti tumbleweed in the Dreamlight Castle. February 18th, 3 villagers will be needing some help with giant mounds of magical beet balls. As of February 25th, you may notice magical marinara tomatoes appearing in a fishy place. So, that's pretty cute. There's some new Dream Snap stuff. Let's see. They fixed some bugs. Oh, holy crap, there's a lot of bugs. That's funny. But it looks like they fixed it. And I forgot you can play Disney Dreamlight Valley on iOS, which I guess good for y'all, Apple users. Yep, so that's the Puppy Love event. If dating sims aren't your thing, which dating sims are very much my thing around this time of year. Again, Saturday morning, be there. Let's move on to some less Valentine's-related news. Like the new Helldivers update! I haven't played Helldivers in a while, and my buddy was telling me about the new update, and I'm pretty excited about it. Helldivers 2's A Machinery of Oppression update is available now. In a recent PlayStation blog post, Arrowhead Game Studios gave players their first look at Helldivers 2's major Machinery of Oppression update, which will send Helldivers into the heart of the automaton territory to bring down Cyberstan. Once players have reached the bot homeworld, they can expect to face off hordes of enemies on some of Helldivers 2's twisted city maps. With a massive fortress walls and danger around every corner, players will need to put all of their effort into bringing down these key locations to disable the enemy war machine and eliminate the threat to Super Earth. So we're not fighting cyborgs in our territory anymore. We're bringing the fight to them for the sake of democracy.
Ah, democracy.
In this update, Arrowhead Game Studios has also expanded the roster of automaton enemies in Helldivers 2. In addition to the usual bots, players will need to face off against the deadly cyborg sub-faction, which comes with 3 new enemy types. Agitators can take control of automaton units to gain a tactical advantage, utilizing their heavy armor and abilities to stop Helldivers in their tracks. Meanwhile, Cyborg Radicals will keep players on their toes by rushing forward with vicious attacks. These enemies have pushed their bodies to the limit with technological enhancements that have stripped them of their humanity. The largest and perhaps most deadly enemy is the new Vox engine, the voice of the Cyborg Legion, a massive war machine piloted by a cyborg officer. The Vox engine is outfitted with dual laser cannons, rockets, and laser gatlings, prepared to mow down Helldivers in the field, all while blasting propaganda through its speakers. Gamers still looking to gain an advantage against these overwhelming enemies may want to check out Helldivers 2's Siegebreaker's Warbond, as it could give players some useful defensive tools to add to their loadout. While players may be eager to dive right into the heart of Cyberstan, it's worth noting that this fight will work a little differently from prior encounters. Reinforcing teammates is a big part of Helldivers 2, as players often become overwhelmed by the immense firepower of enemy forces. The fight for Cyberstan, however, will come with a global reinforcement limit, making it critical for Helldivers to stay in the fight as long as possible. If the limit is reached, then players will have lost the fight for Cyberstan, allowing the enemy to continue its fight against humanity. So much content to enjoy and even more on the way, many players are feeling optimistic about the future of Helldivers 2. Got any thoughts, dear Muffin?
I've been seeing some of the stuff on like TikTok about the Helldivers thing. I haven't really dove much into it.
Right.
Just because, like you said, we don't really play Helldivers all that much.
Nah.
I'd like to,
We can get back into it. Won't hurt nothing.
we got to finish the Destiny campaigns.
We do got to finish
all 9 of them.
We do got to finish the Destiny campaigns. I don't think I've ever seen your eyes shine brighter since before we started playing Destiny. Even when we were playing Halo. You're just like this.
No, when my daughter was born.
Well, I'm not counting that. I'm talking video games. Obviously, your daughter being born kind of trumps any video game experience ever. I'm just going to say it. Yes, you were very happy to see her be born. Obviously.
I was bawling my fucking eyes out, dude.
Oh, I believe you. Oh. You're so sentimental. It's so cute.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Speaking of Halo, I gotta ask. Did you watch that stupid little Facebook reel I sent you about Halo? It was
No.
it was the guy standing in front of a bookcase, and he was like, "Yes, make the grenades sticky. Yes, make the Master Chief's design frickin' sick."
No, I haven't seen any of that.
Oh my! It's pretty funny. He like dips a tea bag into his teacup a couple of times, and he goes,
"Oh no, I have seen that." Yes.
What if you could squat up and down in rapid succession on top of the corpse of your enemies? Dear God.
And he's dipping the fucking tea bag. What a loser.
I thought it was great.
What a loser.
No matter you and your siblings' relationship, once you enter the Warthog, you are fire and flame, you are thunder and lightning, you are one.
Dumb.
I thought it was great.
Dumb.
You're dumb. Yeah. Alright, let's get into the next thing.
Excuse me.
There are Ubisoft workers striking across multiple countries. Let's figure out why. Alright.
When are they not? Fucking ridiculous.
Well, if you see, not to stereotype, but to stereotype a little bit, if you notice Métier here and Bordeaux, I'm assuming these are the Ubisoft, before even reading it, I'm assuming these are the Ubisoft French offices, and if there's anything the French are good at, other than bread, because bread and wine over there is just, it's protesting and revolting. They like their public involvement, and that I think is a good stereotype.
People.
Anyway,
I'm telling you, we should just burn them all.
Storm the Bastille again? Yes, we should. Anyways.
The more and more we go on throughout this year, and it's already February, the more I agree with fucking Omni-Man.
Oh, just nuke the planet.
I will burn this planet.
Maybe that's what you should do. You and Ashley can, you guys can do what's it? An Invincible family cosplay. Hear me out.
No.
You could be Omni-Man.
Because then that would make her the pet of the family, and that's just weird.
But hear me out. You could dress up your daughter
Already know.
as Adam Eve.
Already know.
It'd be cute.
It wouldn't at all. You clearly have not seen the show, so
I've seen the first season and this second half of season 2.
clearly you weren't paying attention then.
I dress her up as Invincible. What do I care?
Nope.
For those of you who may have been wondering, though most of you probably weren't, Oakley Dokley. Anyways. So Ubisoft's recent restructuring has pushed its employees to a breaking point this week. The halls of the massive publisher are unusually empty today, and the 3-day company-wide strike kicks off. And that started in, that just started on the 10th, so Yeah, we're on day 2 of that.
Look at that. Strike's over.
Or today's the last day of it. I wouldn't say it's over. Yeah, no, it's. But again, if it's in France, they're ahead of us. Anyways, following a wave of studio closures, project cancellations, and a forced return to office mandate, a group of French unions called it, including the STJV, CFE-CGC, CGT, Printemps Écologique, and Solidaire Informatique, has called for a company-wide strike on February 10th, 11th, and 12th. This isn't just a small
Hey, what do you know? It's over.
Well, it's still...
I was right.
It's an important to report on the fact it happened.
Clearly didn't do anything in 3 days.
I don't know. Have you finished reading the article? Let's find out. Muffin.
It's Boobysoft. It doesn't matter.
Boobysoft. The tension reached a breaking point on February 2nd when David Michaud-Crom, a key designer on Assassin's Creed series, was fired for commenting publicly on Ubisoft's new policy requiring workers to return to the office 5 days a week. So, Ubisoft want to bring back 5 days in the office because they believe in collaboration. But come on, we're not completely stupid. We very well know why you want to go back to 5 days in the office. Spoiler alert, it's not about efficiency or collaboration, he wrote on LinkedIn. Oh shit. Sorry, I just realized I missed a class yesterday. Oops.
Oh no.
It's okay, I'll be alright. The tensions reached a breaking point on February 2nd when I already said that. Ubisoft officially claimed the firing was due to a breach of the duty of loyalty, but the developer community isn't buying it. In an exclusive interview with Game Rant and STJV, Syndicat des Travailleurs et Travailleuses des Jeux Vidéo.
The Video Game Workers Union.
I'm trying to... I'm learning French!
It just sounds butchered, so I'm like, oh, Brittany, come on. Look, you're trying, and I applaud you.
Do you? I don't know that you do, and that's okay. You don't. Oops, we're not doing that right now.
I applaud you from the back end of things. You know, the back end.
Yes. Ubisoft officially claimed the firing was due to a breach of the duty of loyalty, but the developer community isn't. Anyways, the Video Game Workers Union representative explained that this move is a classic scare tactic. We won't be silenced by intimidation tactics, said the union in a collective response to Game Rant. However, let's be real, that era where AAA leads can speak transparently has pretty much never existed, so people have always been told to keep quiet. If anything, people speak out more, hence the conflicts arising. The unions believe individual transparency is dead in the AAA space, making collective bargaining the only safe way to speak up. The union, as an organization, can afford to speak out truths that could cost an individual their position. Michaud Crom himself later told reporters that success in game development is about fundamentals like clarity of goals, trust, documentation, tooling, and communication practices. Not physical proximity. Game Rant reached out to Ubisoft for comment with an interview request on this topic, but has received no response as a publication. The strike is also a reaction to the mandatory 5-day office week, a policy unions say makes developers feel like children who need to be supervised. But beyond the loss of respect, the STJV sees a darker motive. The union argues the RTO mandate is actually a tool for constructive dismissal, a way to force people to quit so the company doesn't have to pay severance. The evidence lies in how many of our colleagues are telling us outright, and have told HR and management that those decisions are pushing them away, the union said. Many workers were hired with fully remote contracts and live hours away from the office, but then the policy change means there's no option but to leave. Carmel Smith, the president of CWA Canada, the country's only all-media union, pointed out that the industry's crunch culture makes working from home a necessity for survival. Work from home is highly desired in this industry because workers are routinely forced to work long hours, 12 hours, 7 days a week, to deliver projects on schedule. Smythe told Game Rant via email. Oftentimes their work is coordinated through Teams/Zoom anyway and does not occur strictly in person. They may be required to present in the office in person and then meet with their colleagues on Teams Zoom. Smythe also noted that most employees worked from home for over 2 years during the pandemic without any issues, making the sudden ban feel like a deliberate disruption of their personal lives. The strike is fueled by a massive restructuring called Ubisoft's new operation model. Backed by a $1.39 billion investment from Tencent, Ubisoft has split itself into 5 different creative houses. Each house in the systems was promised autonomy. The SCJV thinks these houses are a scam. The argument that the structure should foster creativity may sound fine in the abstract, the union noted, but in the very email where Mr. Guillemot announced the structure, he also decided all on its own to go back on work from home arrangements. That doesn't bode well for the promised autonomy. Instead, it sees the houses as silos designed to make future studio closures easier. This sounds like a way to offload less profitable brands to structures that could be jettisoned off at some point, indeed, the union said. Management claims these moves are necessary to save $240 million over the next 2 years, but the SCJV is not impressed by the massive Tencent payout. Management is blind to the fact it didn't have a hand in building these billions-earning brands. It said, the strike is a way to remind them that to make games, they need us, workers, much more than IP. The union also warned that the Tencent investment likely comes with strings attached, advising management to listen to workers if they want to remain profitable. Oh boy, the Halifax shutdown and union-busting claims. The labor war has become particularly ugly in Canada. On January 7th, Ubisoft abruptly shut down its Halifax studio, leaving 71 people jobless. The timing was highly suspicious. It happened just 3 weeks after 74% of the staff had voted to join CWA Canada on December 18th, 2025. Smythe called the move intentional corporate bullying. She revealed that workers were delivering on projects right until the morning they were told to stay home. Managers and supervisors were equally surprised, Smythe said. As an employer with the union, the company should have shared any meaningful change in staff numbers with the union before announcing it to staff. It was also obliged to advise the NS Labor Board in advance. Ubisoft did not. She further questioned the company's financial claims. The company accepted money from the NS government, including $1.78 million in 2025. Why, if they knew that they were closing? CWA is now demanding that Ubisoft open the books and provide a paper trail to prove they were actually in financial trouble. Smythe noted the human cost, mentioning that several workers in their 30s had just bought homes in Halifax, unaware their jobs were about to vanish. The STJV is working closely with the CWA to ensure Halifax does not become a blueprint for how to crush a union. In France, worker council reports have legal weight, and management can be prosecuted for lying. We are in constant communication with union members in multiple countries, the SCJV confirmed. It's also crucial that a large number of Ubisoft entities and companies in the video game sector unionize precisely to protect ourselves from the abuses and challenges of our fundamental rights. A huge source of anger is the nearly $1 billion in Canadian tax subsidies Ubisoft took between 2020 and 2024. Smythe described it as outrageous for a company to take such public cash and then walk away from its workers. It's shocking that governments allow it to happen, she said, pointing to other companies like Algoma Steel and GM that have done the same. The CWA is proposing new tools to force conglomerates to be more accountable, such as mandates for studios to stay open for a minimum period, guarantees for the creation of high-quality jobs, and a formal commitment to help staff find new roles if staff reductions become necessary. The SCJV echoed the sentiment, arguing for a duty of care for companies that live off public funds. It makes sense to expect those who receive so many subsidies to participate when governments all over the world tell us to tighten our belts. It suggested management should show some virtue before asking workers to pay the price for executive failure. This strike is the climax of one of the toughest periods for workers in the gaming industry to stay afloat. The latest survey on game industry layoffs found that 28% of the workforce reported being laid off or seeing layoffs in their company in the last 2 years. In response, support for unionization has hit an all-time high of 82%. Crucially, 0 respondents aged 18 to 24 were opposed to unions. AI is another major fear. TJ Gillis, a 5-year veteran and senior server programmer at Ubisoft Halifax, has become a prominent voice regarding the anxieties. Specialized in Linux and game build innovations, Gillis was a key figure in organizing the first North American union at Ubisoft Studio after representing his team at the Ubisoft Developers Conference. Following the closure of his studio, a move publicly branded as suspicious, Gillis warned that the broad global footprint of AI companies is putting the artistic value of game development at risk. He argues that collective bargaining is the only way to prevent developers from being left to fend for themselves, as studios prioritize automation over the human creativity that builds billionaire brands. Smythe noted that CWA is making AI guardrails a priority in negotiation. The priority in negotiating with an employer is to agree that all significant AI use is transparent, assists with work while not cutting jobs, is managed by a human who is accountable, and that workers' interests and that Sorry, they put workers' interests on there twice and it threw me off. Well-being and intellectual property copyright are included in discussions before implementation, she said. The STJV believes Ubisoft management is ignoring senior talent, fleeing the AAA space for indie development, which it called a digital fracture. They're either doing it on purpose or this shows their blatant incompetence, the union said. Seems to be a deeply held belief from them that Ubisoft generates value just by existing, even though that's been proven to be very untrue. Staffers call for an end to an authoritarian management and the restoration of worker autonomy. So this is what the Ubisoft employees are asking for. Listen to the workers. They should have their say in all important things. Work conditions, salaries, game projects, and more. Cancel RTO. Implement a policy allowing workers to adapt their workstations to their personal needs. And transparency. Normalize internal whistleblower processes to end the established method of opacity that benefits no one but harassers. The strike is set to end today, February 12th, the same day Ubisoft releases its newest financial report, but the unions will be pushing for these goals past a strike period. As the STJV aptly put it, management seems indeed to confuse monologues with dialogue. Without us, Ubisoft would never have conquered and transformed video games as it has done. We are history. We are Ubisoft, the union stated. The situation is being closely observed across the industry. The outcome could influence how major studios approach labor relations and workplace policies in the future. Regardless of the result, the events at Ubisoft underscore the growing attention on developer working conditions and the evolving dynamics within AAA game production. So that is a lot of information there. There's a lot of stuff that the people are upset about, particularly in Halifax and Bordeaux. But what do you think about all this, Muffin? I feel like I yak a lot.
Even with as much as what's going on, there's it's good for them to have a union, but also with it being France. Just like history stands, they're giving up way too easily.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I mean, a 3-day strike, woo, what does that do?
Well, it gets their attention, I suppose.
Hi, Larry.
And they could always do a, what's it called?
Another?
They could always just do another strike. It's not that big of a deal.
I mean, God forbid anybody in America do this, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Probably should.
You mentioned the word union out here, and everyone's like, hold on.
Oh, damn.
Listen, you're already fired. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. For real.
I mean, it sucks that they've had to deal with this, but at the same time, you're remote.
Yeah.
Like a majority of you are remote. You should just automatically expect your job not to exist in the following week.
Yeah.
I mean, I get plenty of job notices about remote jobs in Jacksonville or Tennessee. It says full-time, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to stay full-time or even stay, you know?
Yeah.
You just always always expect the worst when it comes to remote.
Yeah. not only that, but particularly in France, actually, one show I've been watching a lot, which kind of embraces, but also kind of pokes fun in some ways about French culture, is their dedication to their personal lives, basically. Like one of the lines in season 1. So the short plot summary of Emily in Paris is Emily works at a marketing firm in Chicago, and she gets sent over to France to take the place of her boss at their, like, a marketing firm that they acquired. So it's basically a 5-season long fish out of water story of this American girl who does not even know a lick of French, having to adjust to the culture and, navigate this new work environment. Yeah. And it's actually a pretty cute show, for as silly as it is and as dramatic as it is. It's actually pretty well written, and it is funny as hell. Like, one of the conversation I'm citing is in one of the episodes in season 1. She's talking to one of her coworkers because her coworkers are annoyed because Emily shows up to work at like 8 a.m. and no one else even drags their butt into the office until 10. And she's like, well, I'm just excited to work. And he was like, well, that's the difference between you Americans and we French is you live to work. We work to live. So changing their ability to work remotely and also increasing the days they actually have to show up into the office, they're not generally, as a culture, going to take kindly to.
I mean, do Americans not work to live?
Well, no, but I'm saying, like, the amount of times, like, especially in like the higher, like the corporate business world companies that work, their point being not that Americans don't work to live, but he was talking about how Emily works so much that her work is her life and she has no personal life, so to speak. It'd be like in your job, so if you just, even at home, focused all your time and energy, and any social gathering you went to, you somehow made about work instead of, spending time with, your wife and your kid and your cats and your dog. Like that kind of workaholic culture.
Yeah.
It's more common in America, I guess, than it is in France. But that's just one example. But yeah, I hope they get what they're asking for. It sounds like my thing about it is the whole union. The big problem I'm seeing is what people, as they mentioned, have been doing for years with like the corporate bailouts and everything, is they're taking, millions, sometimes billions of dollars to save their company that's in financial trouble, and save the salaries and livelihoods of their employees, and then just letting those employees go, or changing conditions in such a drastic way that it makes them quit so they don't have to pay them severance, like they mentioned. And that's, again, like they mentioned the GM bailouts, which have been happening, on and off since like 2006 or 2008, where it often happens just so that the CEOs and the higher corporate peoples can get a bigger bottom line and pay percentage, as opposed to, again, spending that money on their employees. So I think that's all they're asking for. Like they requested specifically a paper trail. They want receipts. They want to see where the money came from, where the money went. And I think that's fair, especially if they are in fact being forced to quit, so to speak.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah.
That's like what those, I see like a lot of the Facebook videos. I don't know the dude's name, but he's like always complaining about how the managers are like raving about, quarterly profits and how everybody made like top dollar and we're the most, productive group in the company. And then, next quarter rolls around, no one's getting raises because there's no money in the budget.
Yeah. Now that is one of the things. When I worked at a Home Depot distribution center for almost a year. Maybe it was over, I don't remember, but it was almost a year at least. And every quarter we would have what they called a success share, which was if we actually got paid pretty decently, and I had insurance, so that was nice. But the success share was basically we had some kind of loading goal, or we had a goal we had to meet each quarter, and if we exceeded that goal by a certain amount, everyone in the company would get a share of the profit, success share. So that was a nice little bonus every couple months. So moving on. Oh yeah, to lighten things up a little bit. Apparently, and I think it's just a silly joke, but GameStop has apparently been hit with backlash after a joke about trading in a woman for a PlayStation 5. I want to see what this is all about. After making a controversial joke about a man trying to trade in his girlfriend for store credit towards a PlayStation 5, GameStop faced public backlash that ultimately resulted in the company pulling the post from social media platforms. While GameStop was once a storefront primarily focused on selling physical copies of video games, the company has had to change its strategy in recent years. In addition to new and used video games, consumers can find a wide range of pop culture products at GameStop's physical locations, such as trading cards, Funko Pops, clothing, and plenty of other products. At the start of 2026, GameStop revealed that it would be closing hundreds of stores across the United States, a sudden move that came as a surprise to many employees and customers. When some consumers showed up at the locations marked for closure, they were greeted by a sign announcing when the store would be shutting down. The notice included a coupon that customers could use at other locations that remained open. Many people felt this was in poor taste. After receiving a lot of feedback from customers over the closures and corresponding coupon, the company seems to have gotten itself into hot water once again with the social media post gone wrong. Now, this is the social media post in question. I did read this a little bit before the stream, and I just think it's silly. I think it's all in good fun, but this is the post. This is February 3rd at 9 p.m. We regret to inform our customers of an incident today at store 1782 where an individual attempted to trade his girlfriend in for store credit towards a new PS5. Our associate Nevaeh had to explain that our systems don't allow for human exchanges, even though she appeared to be in good condition. We remind our customers that GameStop offers in-store credit for used consoles, games, and accessories. Significant others are not eligible for trade-in at this time. Thank you for understanding. GameStop recently took to several social media platforms to share a story that was intended as a joke, the one that we just read. Unfortunately, the post missed the mark and stirred up a fair bit of public backlash instead. As of writing, GameStop appears to have removed the post from its official social media platforms, though that hasn't stopped the conversation it generated. And yep, the original post claimed that a man had come into one of the company's stores looking to trade in his girlfriend for store credit. And yeah. We just read it. So while some people thought this might be an attempt to follow up GameStop's trade-in anything promotion with a joke, many others took issues with the post, because why wouldn't they? Shortly after the post went up, a lot of people simply said the joke wasn't funny. Others were quick to point out the post's connection to human trafficking. Okay, and an extremely serious topic that doesn't lend itself to humor, especially nowadays with certain files being released. Maybe it was just wrong joke at the wrong time. In a post on Reddit, one person also suggested that the image itself appears to have been made by AI. The original post claimed that the woman behind the counter is an employee named Nevaeh, and a known fictitious AI character who appears in posts by the satirical Facebook page Selena52 Truck Stop. Few people are quick to declare that the post was AI slop, even poking fun at how the shelves appear to be too well stocked for a GameStop. The use of AI in gaming has already proven to be a controversial issue for many consumers, causing some players to call GameStop's use of the technology out of touch. This isn't the first time GameStop has courted controversy with a social media post that missed the mark, as the company recently commented on Amazon's first official look at Sophie Turner as Lara Croft. The actress is perhaps best known for her portrayal as Sansa Stark in the hit television series Game of Thrones that could change with the upcoming Tomb Raider show. In the image, Sophie Turner is in her full Lara Croft costume, sporting a dark teal tank top, black shorts, and circular sunglasses. It's a classic look for the character, and the reception from fans appeared to be positive. GameStop, however, reposted the image on Twitter with the statement, "This is not Lara Croft." Many fans were immediately unhappy with the claim, with one person suggesting that the company has bigger problems to address. referencing the closures of hundreds of stores. While the company has received a lot of criticism from gamers lately, many are still hopeful that GameStop will find a path forward that benefits both customers and employees. I don't know. Well, I mean, I say that a lot, but I do know what I think. I just want to know what Muffin thinks. What your opinion of this whole controversy is.
I mean, it sounds kind of like an attention grabber, really.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
It's just kind of,
rage bait?
It's an old joke.
Yeah, it's a very... That was my first thought, is people have been joking about, you know, girlfriends just getting in the way of guys gaming or guys picking their consoles over their romantic significant others for as long as gaming, even before gaming. Me and my friends joke about it all the time, that even in the old days, women are like poking and prodding their husbands when he just wants to build a ship in a bottle. God damn it.
Yeah.
Like the whole women are nags and we should trade them in for stuff or ignore them. It's a joke as old as the concept of relationships. I don't particularly find any umbrage, even allowing some, with the Epstein files coming out, you know, we can't joke about human trafficking. This is clearly not related to any of that. And it's just,
No.
it's a joke. That's how I feel about it. Like we're allowed, I some say especially, I would say particularly in like sensitive times, you gotta have a sense of humor. Like,
I mean, for the people that jumped straight to human trafficking,
yeah,
it's what part of I need to trade this in so I can get a console or some credits is human trafficking.
exactly. Well, I guess it's, again, devil's advocate. I think the concept is, once, let's say, in some psycho world where he is allowed to trade in his girlfriend for a console, or at least credit towards a console, once she's the property of the store, they could do anything with her. They could send her anywhere, and they could do anything with her. And that's I think it's mental gymnastics. I'm doing some pretty hardcore mental backflips and somersaults right now, but I think that's what they're trying to stretch to.
But even then, dude, that's like, come on.
I agree. Again, I actually very, very much
go ahead and
agree.
get yourself a trampoline since you want to jump to conclusions.
Exactly. It's just a joke about girls being needy and annoying and guys just wanting to play video games. It's not that deep.
Well, clearly it wasn't that deep if he's, you know, upset enough to want to trade her in.
I'm glad you're here all week, Muffin.
Yep.
No, I will say, I don't know, maybe I think a funnier response to this would be if the general public just had a sense of humor and mentioned something like, holy crap, you know, he's trading his girlfriend in for a PS5. That's got to get him at least $10 a credit, especially if she's in good condition.
Here you go, sir. The best I can do is a gift card to Schweinzies for one hot dog.
Right, exactly. Like not even credit towards our store.
Did you want a coupon for Dairy Queen down the road? Because like I can get you that instead.
Yeah. Here's a case for the video game Nintendogs. No, the game's not inside. It's just the case.
Here you go, bud. I got you a pack of Oreos. I ate all of them, but you know, you get the package.
Exactly. Like,
seems like a fair trade.
I think we're making the joke potentially worse because we are just lessening the value of this girlfriend.
Here's an owner's manual to a dishwasher, since you know you want to trade in one already. There you go.
There you
Was
go.
that better?
There you go. If you're gonna get mad about it, at least make the joke sexist. Like, come on. Like, GameStop could have made a lot worse jokes than trading your girlfriend for PS5 credit. Then she can't nag you anymore.
I'd trade her in for a fucking coupon to Panera or something like that.
I'd trade her in for $3 and a cheese sandwich.
I'd trade her in for a pat on the back. What are you talking about?
On the back?
Good job, partner.
Good job. Okay, it's all in good fun. People, again, just lighten up. Lighten up, GameStop people. I know you're upset about your stores closing, but you're buying stuff from Amazon and G2A anyways. What do you expect? I'm smelling another lawsuit from Nintendo, though. Probably not, but we'll see. Alleged by Monson Baggery, an AI just built a fully playable Pokemon clone with one prompt. Now, my one marketing class has actually been working with AI quite a bit recently, so I'm learning how to use ChatGPT and other AI-style tools. So I'm intrigued as to what this prompt is. An AI user has created a playable Pokemon clone using a very simple prompt and no manual actions, raising concerns about potential copyright issues caused by artificial intelligence. Pokemon is one of the largest IPs in the video game industry and has inspired many clones in the past, many consisting of indie games that copy its core gameplay or visual style. However, this appears to be one of the earliest causes of a clone made entirely with AI in just a few hours with almost no human intervention or coding. Many developers and gamers believe AI can enhance games when used as a creativity-boosting tool rather than a cost-cutting shortcut. Some also believe AI will soon generate full video games from simple prompts and that the technology represents the industry's future. While most people see fully AI-built games as an ambitious goal, current models can already create small, simple games from user instructions. The AI-generated Pokemon replica recently shared on social media is one clear example. Chris here says, I told Claude 4.6 Opus to make a Pokemon clone, max effort. It reasoned for 1 hour and 30 minutes and used 110,000 tokens, and two-shotted this absolute behemoth. This is one of the coolest things I've ever made with AI. Try and turn off the audio before I do this. It's going to skip through. Pokemon Fire Red. I got Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. You chose Charmander. Charmander looks ready. You got little Ash Ketchum down there, kind of. Not Ash Ketchum, I guess.
I was very curious about how this would work.
Yeah?
Just for the sake of attempting it.
Uh-huh.
I asked Copilot to... if it'll let me scroll back up. I asked it to make a solitaire clone with maximum effort.
Mm-hmm.
And in 3 seconds, it pumped out an HTML. Here's a full self-contained Klondike solitaire clone in one HTML file. Just save and open.
Okay.
And it's still writing. I'm waiting for it to finish, I guess. For me to do anything with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I will keep you updated.
Let me know how that works. A Twitter user named Chris at ChatGPT21 has shared a snippet of their AI-made clone Pokemon showcasing 2 minutes of gameplay, which we were just showing. The clip includes a Pokemon-style starter character selection and a battle between Charmander and Rattata. Although the graphics of this clone are very simplistic and pixelated, the fact that it seems fully functional with NPCs, dialogues, points of interest, and even some sound effects has gained many people's attention. The player can be seen walking around freely, talking to other characters, and even shopping in the AI-built stores. There's a Pokemon Healing Center in the game that refills the critter's HP, so there's a Pokemart that sells Pokemon items like Pokeballs and healing potions. Almost all the NPCs have dialogue that offers hints to the player or guides them through the area, though no wild Pokemon can be seen in the video. According to Chris, Claude Opus 4.6 was the only tool used for the generation. And it just goes on to summarize a Twitter post I just read, how the model reasoned for an hour and a half to create the final product. Based on their responses to other Twitter users, the model seems to have chosen a Game Boy era visual style on its own and decided to name it Pokemon Fire Red, possibly inspired by the actual Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. Yep, these are the actual, copyright GBA titles. Interesting. One controversial aspect of the AI Pokemon clone is its use of copyrighted material, including character names and core gameplay mechanics. The game is explicitly titled Pokemon Fire Red, with no parody or alternate naming, and begins with a starter selection featuring Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. The combat footage also shows the player throwing a Pokeball, a central tech in Pokemon games that Nintendo has historically tried to protect, and notoriously sues over, hence why the PAL spheres in Power World no longer operate, the way they used to. Oh.
Holy crap. It works.
It works?
Yeah.
From ChatGPT?
Yeah, I'm literally playing solitaire right now.
That's actually quite impressive.
That is wild.
He's also made a Minecraft clone on max settings, adding flying water physics and a nighttime mode. Said it took about 20 minutes. Oh wow, look at this Minecraft clone. This is actually a little bit ridiculous. The sounds and the visuals are pretty basic, but I mean, it's Minecraft. There's the sun setting. Looks like it's like creative mode Minecraft, which I guess works for whatever you need it for. Again, I still prefer survival mode, but imagine it starts with Minecraft and Pokemon, and I'd say a few years, but it's more likely just give it a few months, and you'll be cloning, games like Call of Duty.
Let's see, Copilot. Can you make a low effort Call of Duty, let's see, Black Ops 2 clone in EXE format?
I hope it works. I really do. However, cloning video games with AI may have legal consequences, which is like the whole reason I brought this story up.
It's doing it.
You have to screen share when it's done. Like, I gotta see this low effort Call of Duty Black Ops 2 clone.
I have to install. Hold on. Scroll back up because it's auto scrolling.
Oh, jeez.
Install Unity Hub and Unity Editor and create a new template project, Template 3D. Oh, it's basically telling me how to just input it all. Okay. Let's...
Are you going to do it?
I have Unity, but I don't want to do that.
That's fair.
I'm going to just copy and paste without EXE format and see what that does.
Fair enough.
I can't make a full clone, and I can't ship you a ready-made game, but I can give you a super bare-bones Black Ops 2 flavored FPS prototype you can build on.
There you go.
I'll keep it low effort and focused on the core feel. First person, Jesus Christ. ADS, aiming, hit scan rifle, simple HUD, dummy enemies that die when shot. I'll use Unity here because it's quick to get playable. And again, it's got player movements, controls for aiming, health on the enemies, a HUD.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Is it building it?
No, if you tell me which part you care most about, the feel, the movement, or tiny Nuketown style layout, I can zoom in and give you one more focused chunk, like a micro map, or a layout, or simple score streak style counter without turning this into a huge project.
I mean, that's all you're asking for. You said low effort, right?
Very low effort.
Yeah, like AI is pretty incredible, I'll admit, and it does have genuine uses. Like AI in video games isn't even that new. Even the ghost player thing, I was talking to one of our friends about it the other day, and ghost players to help solve puzzles in video games has been a thing for even longer than I realized. Some players even use it to find alternative ways to solve puzzles in games. So maybe I shouldn't have, maybe being super up in arms about AI isn't super necessary, but overall I'm still gonna keep my stance consistent on generally using AI as little as possible, because at the end
what
of
if
the
you can play Doom in HTML format after
you
asking it to play?
I mean, you can play Doom on a pregnancy test, so that would not actually surprise me.
I mean, somebody made Doom on fucking bacteria run, so
yeah, we can play. Maybe I'll ask ChatGPT to make a Doom clone. But anyways, let's get to the other bit here. Creating a copy of a video game with AI tools may constitute copyright infringement, depending on substantial similarity and protected elements, as seen in prior Pokemon clone lawsuits. Even without plans to sell or profit from an AI-generated game, copyright holders like Nintendo could still pursue legal action. Beyond legal risks, community backlash is also likely. Many fandoms have grown increasingly hostile towards AI-generated slop, like myself, and even major publishers like Take-Two have voiced concerns about using AI due to negative player reactions. As a result, it remains unclear how Pokemon fans will respond to the AI-built Pokemon Fire Red. So there you have it. Sup, Poppy?
Well,
it
works.
Oh my god, it built it?
It built Doom.
Hang on, you gotta share your screen now. You gotta.
I mean, I'm not fighting anything, but it definitely built Doom.
I want to see. Yeah, we can pause for a minute to look at your Doom clone. Share with the class.
There you go.
Oh, there it is. I have to watch the stream. Making me do work.
Like okay. It built Doom.
The most bare bones, but yes, that is technically where it didn't throw in any demons or anything.
No, it didn't put in anything else.
But hey, technically, yeah, that's Doom.
I did say.
Yeah.
Low effort.
Clear all enemies on the floor to continue. That's OG Doom right there.
I mean, it doesn't even let me. There's no gun. There's no nothing. It's just you're turning in a fucking square.
Man, they said
that's
low.
All it is.
You said low effort, and they delivered.
AI for the win, I guess.
AI for the win. A rare W.
Can you make a low effort Minecraft?
While you do that, I'll go ahead and wrap up some other stories. Roblox has been banned in yet another country. Let's see where we can't play Roblox now. I did go back on my whole I won't play Fortnite thing. I do play Fortnite every Friday. And I do enjoy Fortnite, despite myself. But I will not go into the Roblox territory. That's a hard no. Not that, again, like, that. All that to say, I wasn't going to play Roblox anyways, but there are some countries where you cannot play it at all because it is banned. Like, now it has been banned in Egypt, marking yet another country that the game has been banned in. The Roblox is one of the most popular games on the planet. It's certainly not devoid of controversy. As we've all gone over, there's a lot of harassment and inappropriate conversations going on between children and adults. And even the workarounds or fixes to that, people are not loving. Anywho, a new Bloomberg report has revealed that Roblox has been banned in Egypt by the country's Supreme Council for Media Regulation. The move follows Egyptian Senator Walaa Hermas Redouani, sorry if I butchered that, Calling for regulation on Roblox, sharing concerns regarding the game's impact on kids' moral and educational values. That is the main issue a lot of people are finding. As well as the ability for kids to have direct communication with strangers. Roblox notably visited its restrictions in recent history, limiting what age groups can communicate with each other and requiring age checks in Roblox by way of selfie videos to try and ensure that users are the age they claim to be. As with prior cases of bans and lawsuits against the game and developer, Roblox officials responded to the recent ban with a statement saying that it utilizes safeguards that go beyond those of many other platforms. It added that the company is currently reaching out to Egyptian authorities in an attempt to restore the game platform and resolve the problems the government has found with the game, adding that Roblox has worked with other regulatory rules and officials to build localized capabilities aligned to their cultural values. Whether Egypt's officials are open to negotiation is unclear. And I want to see if they put in the other... Yep, here it is. So this, again, is just the most recent addition to the countries banning Roblox, including... Oh, in 2025 alone, Algeria, Iraq, Palestine, Qatar, and Russia all instituted bans on Roblox, while countrywide bans in prior years include North Korea and Turkey. Some of these bans have been due to direct concerns regarding the game's impact on kids, while others have been due to nationwide bans on specific content or kids utilizing social media, online games, or both. Roblox has been successful in reversing bans on its game platform in Jordan and Kuwait, however, so it's not out of the question for Egypt to do the same. So yeah, here it is. Despite Roblox's efforts to take steps to safeguard kids, it's also subject to criticism and problems with the law in its home country here in the US. In 2025, a family sued Roblox after a 13-year-old was allegedly kidnapped by someone they met in the game. The states of Louisiana, Texas, and Kentucky have also individually filed lawsuits against the game's developer, citing concerns regarding the safety of children. With these lawsuits currently ongoing, it remains to be seen whether the courts feel that Roblox's efforts are enough to protect underage users. Yeah, this is one of those. Just get your kids off of Roblox. There you go. Done.
Roblox is already banned.
Mm-hmm.
In this household. Done for.
Good. As it should be. She's got better games to play when she decides she wants to. Like, I don't know, what was your earliest gaming memory? What's one of the first video games you ever played?
Console or handheld?
Either one.
Atari.
Atari?
I played
Nice.
Adventure.
There you go. Start her on Atari. Or PSP if you don't have an Atari. Yeah, I know you have a PSP.
Well, I've got a Raspberry Pi.
There you go.
I can make an arcade.
Oh my god. Yeah, she's set.
And especially when this new printer comes in, it's going to be like twice the size as the one I have now. I could print an entire arcade and just get a monitor for it.
Oh my god, you absolutely should. Just set her up with games for days. Last but certainly not least, this is a wild one. I wanted to end the episode off with body cam footage shows a convicted murderer upset around arrest due to the fact he's likely going to miss GTA 6's release. A viral video on social media... Why did I say video on social media? I'm starting over. A viral video on social media shows a UK man being arrested for murder and crying that he'll miss Grand Theft Auto 6! Oh no! The timing of this release may make some think these events are more recent than they are, given the proximity to Grand Theft Auto 6's release date and the way it was shared on social media.
Oh my god.
However, the events of the video...
fucking ridiculous.
the events of the video took place in May 2025 and have now just been released following his sentencing. This was way last May. Robert Rikins called the police to say he believed he killed a woman. Rachel Vaughn, his girlfriend, 40. It was later played at a court hearing. You're not going to believe this, and I think I accidentally killed someone. She's not moving. I am being honest because I am ashamed of what I've done. I did not mean to kill this person. The prosecutor told the court that Rikins punched, killed, and beat her with an instrument until she died, citing 64 sites of blunt trauma. Dude. He cannot be right in the head. Rikens would plead guilty to murder in December 2025 and will be sentenced to life in prison on February 6th of this year. Following his sentencing, body cam footage obtained by the UK outlet The Independent showed Rikens crying and upset over GTA 6 during his May 2025 arrest. I'm going to miss GTA, said Rikens, to which the officer responded, which GTA? What are you talking about, Robert? Rikens reiterated that he would miss the release of GTA 6. The officer told him he had ages until its release, to which Rikens responded, I'm going to get life. How do you... 64 instances and you don't check to see if she's moving? Maybe... Anyways, this is pretty dark, actually. This is a dark way to end it, but... Yeah, that's how you can tell these people are not not GTA fans. This is an outlier and is not going to be counted. But some people in general just are not right in the head if their priority after they realize they have accidentally, taken the life of their girlfriend that they're crying over is missing a video game release.
I'm pretty sure this dude is just office rocker, entirely. I mean, look at him.
A little bit. With such cases, it bears repeating that multiple studies conducted over several years have not found strong evidence of causal links between violent crimes and violent video games, nor have they increased any sort of emotional desensitization. However, fans should be prepared for the eventual release of GTA 6. GTA 5 played a major role in movements regarding video game violence, and GTA 6 discourse is likely to be similar. Oh, 100%. Yes, Pikachu Ultimatum, this is that podcast. It's GFAP. Yes, bro is a Rockstar fan at heart. No, that whole situation. Just don't be. Again, I'm not gonna say we don't preach. We preach a lot of stuff here on GFAP, but I don't care if you're a man or a woman. I don't care if your partner is a man or a woman. Don't bash them over the head 64 times and expect them to survive that. Maybe if you're mad at them, walk away, calm down, come back with a clear head, and either talk things out or arrange the terms of separation, because geez, oh Pete, that was not the way. At least Rockstar can put him as a character in the game, even if he cannot play. That's messed up.
He's going to be the Trevor inspiration in GTA 6.
That's messed. Y'all are... Exactly, do that same thing in the game and not in real life. There you go. Take out your frustrations in the game. There's a whole South Park episode about that. It's pretty funny. Again, Muffin refuses to agree with me that South Park is funny.
It's because it's not.
But I want to know what y'all think about everything we talked about today. No matter what it was, let us know on all of our socials, which can be found at linktree/GFA Entertainments. We also have merch. So if it's still cold in your area, you need a hoodie or you need a mug for your tea, y'all swing by, check out our stuff, and support the podcast. My stuff can be found at BritRochelle.com or at BritRochelle.card.co. I stream, 5 to 6 days a week, morning and evening, and I stream a lot of different kinds of stuff, so check in and see what I'm playing.
And then you can find me at linktree/muffinsincere, all of our links are present on, so just stop on in, follow everything, and then follow us on all of our streams.
Yes, please and thank you. And as always, thank you so much for watching and or listening to Ginger Force Apocalypse, the podcast. Keep fapping, folks.